representing the Philadelphia Eagles by way of New Jersey. You already know, man. Shout out to my first time viewers. Shout out to my last time viewers. Shout out to the people that's viewing this, whether religiously or in passing, man. Listen. I've been out the loop. I'm gonna keep it a bean. Hold on, cause this shit making me look like I got a big ass forehead. I ain't gonna even hold you. I've been out the loop with anything Philadelphia Eagle related. I've been out the loop. You know what I mean? I've been focusing on my podcast. I've been focusing on doing just doing stuff. You feel what I'm saying? So I don't know nothing from a can, from a paint, from a how you say it? I don't know nothing from the can, from the paint. Whatever that saying is, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I'm hearing stories. You know what I'm saying? I'm hearing rumors. I'm hearing different things that are going on with the Philadelphia Eagles. You know what I mean? So I'm not going to keep y'all for long, but I do got to brush up on things that I should know and things that, just hearsay. You know what I'm saying? I got to get back in the loop. So I'm going to start with a couple of things first and foremost. First, I'm going to start with there's rumors that Jair Alexander, the Eagles are looking into acquiring Jair Alexander. I don't know how true that is or whatever the case may be. Me personally, I know he has an injury history, and I don't know if we should go pursue that. I think we're better off sticking out with Keely Ringo and see where that goes. I do agree with some people when they say that we do need that veteran presence at cornerback. You just don't want to depend on Keely Ringo. Like, what if Keely Ringo go down, right? What if he go down and then we just stuck with like Adoree Jackson and Eli Ricks? So I do understand from that aspect, right? But I do want to also give the young bull a chance to see what he's capable of. You know what I mean? With Adoree Jackson, he got all the talent in the world, right? He's an amazing cornerback, but he has an injury history, right? Somebody reported in the last 2 years he only played 8 games, or in the last 2 years he only played, let's just say 10 games or 11 games in the last 2 years. That's crazy. Yo, shout out to everybody who's viewing this. Listen, I've been gone. I haven't been reporting nothing Philadelphia Eagles related. The reason for that is because I've been doing my podcast, which I will put up a full episode tomorrow on this channel so y'all can see exactly what it is that I'll be doing. You know what I mean? I'm putting up a full episode. Out of Bounds Podcast was good. 14 games, 2 years. If you're talking about, that's crazy. You feel what I'm saying? Shout out to my guy Out of Bounds Podcast, bro. You know what I mean? I've been MIA because, like I said, I've been doing my whole podcast thing. That's why I'm going to post a couple of pictures from the podcast. I'm going to post a full episode of the podcast on this channel tomorrow on Juneteenth so y'all can see what I've been up to. You know what I mean? So, listen, my apologies that I wasn't reporting on anything Philadelphia Eagles related, but I've been busy with the other podcasts. You feel what I'm saying? But that's no excuse. I'm going to be back on my grind, back on my Grizzly. I got to do all that in one. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm back on it. But tomorrow I will post a video for Juneteenth of the podcast and everything like that. You know what I mean? Let me know if y'all like it, whatever the case may be. But what's going on, Ashley? But as I was saying, I think we should give Keely Ringo, a chance. You know what I mean? Jair Alexander, like I said, he has an injury history, or he is injury prone, and I don't know how that's going to fare for the Philadelphia Eagles. Now, I do agree with some people when they say that if we do end up signing him for a minimum or a prove it deal, then I say bring him in. But I like you feel what I'm saying? In other Philadelphia Eagles news that I just been listening to or hearing and stuff like that, we're talking about, and it's recent too, they've been talking about Jalen Hurts' contract, and his management team did an amazing job. In fact, Jalen Hurts made sure that he didn't want to hear about his contract until he knew that everybody around the team was good, until he knew that everybody was taken care of. You know what I'm saying? Listen, and everything I'm paraphrasing, y'all can go research it yourself, but I'm hearing that Jalen Hurts didn't even want to hear about his contract. He put his team first. He made sure that his team either got what they wanted, whatever the case may be. He made sure that his team was good. He didn't want to hear about his contract. He didn't want to hear about the back and forth, the whole contract dispute, the negotiations. He didn't want to hear about none of that. He wanted to make sure that his team was good. And that's what you call a leader, right? We not up here, or I'm not even we. I could say we too, but he's not up here holding his team hostage. You know what I mean? Listen, he deserved the bag. He deserved to break the bank when it comes to the Philadelphia Eagles. He's been to the Super Bowl twice, won a Super Bowl and a Super Bowl MVP. And he did that in the past 5 years. So when it comes to breaking the bank out of the quarterbacks, besides Patrick Mahomes, he deserved to break the bank. But he didn't, though. He actually got a team-friendly deal. And just the simple fact that he wanted to make sure that his team was put first before he put himself first and his contract first is an amazing human being, an amazing football player, an amazing teammate. That's what you call a teammate of all teammates for real. You know what I'm saying? That's what you call a teammate of all teammates for real. Shout out to Jalen Hurts. Shout out to the Philadelphia Eagles organization. Just an amazing job, man. Just an amazing job. A couple things that actually went on, going on and stuff like that. Zach Bond made a bold statement. You know what I mean? I have yet to see what statement that he made, which I'm going to look up on. So right now I'm just going through things that I've been hearing over the past couple of weeks. Going through things that I've been looking at, not really paying attention to, but I've been looking at because, like I said earlier, I've been on my other podcast stuff, you know what I mean, shooting videos, taking pictures, doing BTS. For those who don't know what BTS mean, that's behind the scenes, all stuff like that, you know what I mean? But we'll be back on my ground, like I said. Everybody knows Smitty and AJ working out, you know what I mean? Smitty was working out, no, my bad, AJ was working out with Anaya Smith. You know what I mean? Pretty much taking him under the wing. And like I said, bro, pardon me, but we got weapons out the yin-yang, bro. Like, it's just not Jahan Dotson. We got numerous of weapons that are developing on the offensive side and will be developing on the offensive side, especially at wide receiver. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to running back, we have weapons at the running back position. So our offense is good. You know what I'm saying? Our offense is good. You know what I mean? Let me knock on the steering wheel. Hopefully injury prevent people from going down. But our offense is good. Our defense, the only questionable piece or the only questionable position that we have at defense, if you want to say, can be safety or corner. I believe that linebacker will be good. I believe that defensive end, the whole defensive front will be good. If you want to give question marks, I believe that the question marks can be at cornerback or safety. Luckily for safety, though, you still got Andrew McCuba and you still got Sidney Brown. I believe both of those guys have talent. One have more football awareness than the other. One is more of a downhill box safety. You know what I mean? That's not to say that Sidney Brown doesn't have talent, though. I believe he had talent. He just got to develop. He got to develop in a different way. I believe that Andrew McCuba got talent. He just a rookie. So he got to learn the ins and outs and all of that stuff. You feel what I'm saying? In other news that I've been hearing passing by, I heard that the Kansas City Chiefs, I don't know if it's the content creators or the players, but they've been calling us a super team and stuff like that. And I'm trying to figure out what this whole super team. Listen, I hate when people say that the Philadelphia Eagles got a super team, bro. Because before we won a Super Bowl, at the beginning of the season, we were not a super team, quote unquote, right? We were a team that was first turning over the ball. We was 2-2. A year before that, with this same team, remember, we had the epic collapse. We started off 10-1 and had the epic collapse, and people were questioning Jalen Hurts' ability to read a defense or throw the ball downfield. So where did all the super team come from? Now remind you, last year we only had one new major addition on offense. Everybody else on defense, damn near everybody else on defense was rookies. You know what I'm saying? C.J. Gardner came back on a 1-year deal. Well, not on a 1-year deal. He came. You might as well say it was a 1-year deal because he came back for a championship and left. But he signed a 3-year. We had Jalen Carter in his 2nd year. Jordan Davis in his 3rd year. Oh man, I'm getting brains. Zach Bond, who we didn't know who he was going to be. We didn't know that he was going to be the linebacker that he is. Nakobe Dean he was damn near on a prove-it year at linebacker. We had Cooper DeJean, who was a rookie. We had Quinyon Mitchell, who was a rookie. So all of this super team stuff, I don't know where that came from. But now we are a super team because we won a Super Bowl with the addition of Saquon Barkley. I don't get it. Because they didn't proclaim that, when we was 2-2, they didn't say that we was a super team when we went 2. I don't get that, y'all. I don't get that. You know what I'm saying? It's just people being sore losers at the end of the day. You know what I mean? People can't accept defeat. You know what I mean? And you got to think about it like this, right? Jalen Hurts and Patrick Mahomes is 2-2. They are 2-2 in their careers. Jalen Hurts has beaten every team besides 3 teams. The Raiders, the Chargers, and the Buccaneers. That's it. That is it. You know what I'm saying? And when you think about it like this, right? Both times Jalen Hurts went to the Super Bowl, he had Kansas City Chiefs on the ropes. It's just that the first time he didn't finish the deal. You know what I mean? First time he didn't finish the deal. With not even getting help from the defense. You feel what I'm saying? But this time he put the nail in the coffin. And now they want to say that we are a super team, bro. I just don't understand. I don't understand. You know what I mean? What it is what it is with that. And other news also, there's a lot of discrepancies as far as the NFC East go, especially with the Washington Commanders and the Dallas Cowboys. Dallas Cowboys have yet to pay Micah Parsons, and we don't know what that's going to be on the defensive side. You know what I'm saying? Of course, they got George Pickens along with CeeDee Lamb, but they haven't paid Micah Parsons yet, and they don't know what their running back room is going to be. So they're going into camp mad. You know what I mean? They're going into camp disoriented. On top of that, the Washington Commanders, they didn't pay Scary Terry. They didn't pay him yet. And Deebo Samuels, you know what I mean? He got a little weight on him. You know what I mean? He out there looking like Smokey the Bear, running the ball. They got problems going into camp too. You feel what I'm saying? You got rookies locking Deebo Samuels up at camp. They think we didn't see it, but we saw it. They think we didn't see the video clips, but we saw the video clips. We saw it. You know what I'm saying? So I've been in the loop, but out of the loop. And what I mean by that was I haven't been really paying attention as far as diagnosing everything that comes out. And I know I promised y'all that I will be doing something different as far as updating y'all, with the news and everything like that. You feel what I'm saying? So I am going to keep my promise. So I've been out the loop. I've been in the loop and out the loop, meaning that I've been hearing things and seeing things and scrolling by, making sure that I'm connected with some of my content creators to get the news. But as far as getting the news myself and reading it and breaking it down, I haven't been connected. You know what I mean? I don't really be on Twitter like that, which I got to start being on Twitter, but it'd be hard, bro, because I don't know. I don't really be on Twitter like that. You feel what I'm saying? But tomorrow I will drop a full episode of my podcast called the Holla at Your Boy podcast on this channel, and let me know what y'all think. Also, I will be posting clips on this channel. You know what I mean? And let me know what y'all think of the clips if y'all don't feel like watching the full video. But I recommend y'all watch the full video of the Holla at Your Boy podcast. I will be posting The full video tomorrow is dropping at 8 a.m. on a dot. So y'all have time. Y'all had a whole day to watch this video. Also, I do have the audio version as well. Y'all could go on Apple or go on Spotify and type in a podcast about nothing. It's two different names. On Spotify and Apple, it's called Podcast About Nothing. On YouTube, it's called the Holla at Your Boy Podcast. You know what I mean? I got it broken up like that for many reasons. You feel what I'm saying? I'm honestly thinking about doing an audio podcast for Hype Fan Eagle. That will be in the works as well. Just in case if you don't want to, if you don't feel like, watching on YouTube, you can listen on Spotify, whatever the case may be. And I will put all the links to everything in the description down below. You know what I mean? So that way y'all can actually tap in for sure. You already know, man. Listen, man, I will be back with more videos. This time, I'm definitely about to start being in the loop. Like I said, I'm about to start reporting on anything that I see as far as Philadelphia Eagles. You already know, man. Shout out to my guy, Out of Bounds Podcast. You already know, man. Listen, I very much appreciate y'all, man. Y'all helping this channel grow. Y'all helping me grow, and we all growing together, man. Y'all definitely are a part of the Hype fan community. Also, I got a Discord channel, too. I got a Discord channel that I will have to put the link in the description. You know what I mean? So that way we can have, you know what I mean? We can actually communicate. We can actually talk. You know what I mean? We can actually talk for real. Y'all can share things with me. I can share things with y'all on a personal level. So I do have a Discord. The link will be in the description. Not now, but y'all can check the community post. I will put everything in the community post for the Discord channel. You know what I mean? You already know, man. I appreciate every last single one of y'all. This your boy, Hype Fan Eagle, representing the Philadelphia Eagles by way of New Jersey. You already know, man. Gang.